Hello, fourth grade parents. This is Kevin Deemer. I am the principal at the intermediate school. I want to welcome you to this video that we have presented to you today to help explain a little bit about the intermediate school and some of the things that you can expect for next year. I will start the video and then the assistant principal, who is Jennifer Barnaby, will finish up this presentation for us. So as I said, my name is Kevin Deemer. I'm the principal here at the building. Jennifer Barnaby is the assistant principal. And the school counselor for the fifth graders next year will be Lisa Adams. We normally have a number of transition activities that we do for our fourth grade students. We typically bring them over to the building. We have them spend some time in the building, go to lunch. They meet a pen pal who is a current fifth grade student. We also do some transition activities over the summer before school starts. So some of those things we have not been able to do because of the closure. Some of the things that we typically do before the school year, we're hoping to continue to plan, and we will be able to have those events. Some of those events are the back to school night, which we typically hold before school opens. So right now we're planning for Wednesday, August 19th from 6:30 till about 8 o'clock at night. We will have our back to school activities. At this point, you would know who the homeroom teachers are. You would be able to come in the building. We typically meet in the auditorium. Mrs. Barnaby, Mrs. Adams, myself would introduce ourselves and go through a few items for you. And then we will have you go and actually meet your child's homeroom teacher where they can see the classroom. They also get their locker number and their combination so that they can start to work on opening their locker, which always seems to be somewhat of a stressor for our students. But in the end, it actually ends up being a fairly easy process. So that is the back to school night. We also have a cruise the halls night, and that's open for all fifth and sixth graders. And it's actually the next evening, which would be August 20th, a Thursday. And students can just come into the building. The classrooms will be locked. There will not be any teachers here, but they at least can get a chance to feel what it's like to be in the building and try to remember where their homeroom is. And then also they can try their locker, or if they want to put some decorations in their locker, that's a great time to do that. And currently, our first day of school is set for August 24th. So a few items about the building. We have students coming from 4 different buildings, and each building have their own way of having students arrive to the building. We have a number of different options for our students. We have students who do walk, and our walkers typically meet in the back of the building towards the gym entrance, if you know where that is. Our students will meet there, and at the appropriate time, the doors will open and students can come into the building. They are also welcome to meet in the front of the building. If you don't want your child to walk to the back of the building, you can have them walk to the front of the building. Our buses start to arrive about 5 minutes before the doors open, and at that time they can start to walk down to where the bus students will come into the building. We do have students who ride their bikes or scooters to school. We have a number of bike racks around the building. We have 2 in front of the building, and we have 1 in the back of the building, and students are more than welcome to put their scooters and their bikes there. We try to prevent students from bringing the scooters into the building. Lockers are typically not big enough to hold the scooters, so it's just easier to keep them outside. Again, our bike riders and our scooter riders can enter either through the middle school doors or through the music room doors. The music room doors are probably the easiest. We have a number of students who ride buses. Our buses drop off students in the front of the building. We have a door that is close to the turf field. It's right across the street from the turf parking lot. That is the door that our students come in. We have buses come in. We typically have anywhere from 10 to 12 buses, and we unload 3 buses at a time. They walk through the doors and then they head up to their classrooms. We typically unload the buses in about 5 or 6 minutes. They come in different shifts, so it makes it fairly easy for us to unload our buses. We also have students who are going to be dropped off by parents or guardians in their cars. We have a set plan for that. Our students who are coming to school in cars, we ask that you drop them off in the back of the building by the music room entrance, and that's close, very close to the gym entrance. We do not want students dropped off in the bus loop. That is one area that we try to keep all cars out of in the morning. We also do not want anyone stopping on Hammond Avenue. While you'll see students going in a door and it might be easy to stop there, it's a very dangerous place for anyone to stop because we do have a lot of students there, a lot of traffic, so we don't want anyone stopping on Hammond Avenue. All you have to do is pull into the parking lot, which is right near the barn, which is right near the front entrance for the intermediate school, and then just follow the loop around. We can easily unload anywhere from 6 to 10 cars at a time, so there shouldn't be much of a wait when that happens. We actually have a video that we will post, which shows you how to unload at that time, because we try to make it as smooth as possible. So that's how our students arrive. Dismissal. We usually dismiss our walkers first. We have students that cross streets where there are crossing guards, so we want our students to get there as quickly as possible, so they usually go out the building first. And then we send out our bus riders, and then our car riders are usually the last to leave. You would pick up your child the same place you drop them off. Now, we typically have a number of people that will come and pick up their children. We cannot fit everyone by the curbs where it would be easiest for you to pick up. There are signs where we do not want cars. The entrance into the parking lot is actually a two-way street, and if you park there, you're forcing someone to cross the other side of the street, and that can be dangerous. So you will see signs that are posted near the entrance to the intermediate school that say no parking, and we just ask that you do not park there. There's a loop that comes right in front of the middle school, or I'm sorry, the intermediate school office, and we just ask you to keep that clear as well, because there are buses and vans that will come in and out of there. We will help you through this process over the first couple of weeks. We just ask that you listen. There'll be a number of adults that will be able to give you some directions out there. If we can set a plan up and teach everyone how it works here at the intermediate school in the first couple of weeks, it goes smoothly for the rest of the year. So we will work on that when we get back into the building next year. The last thing I'm going to cover is just what it looks like here at the intermediate school. We do have 12 teachers who will be teaching 5th grade next year. We have 6 teams, and all of our teams are set up by colors. So we have the purple team, we have the green team, pink team, we have the teal, we have gray, and we have orange. So those are all teams that we identify here as 5th grade teachers. Each one of those teams has 2 teachers. One of the teachers will teach ELA and social studies, and the second teacher will teach math and science. Often there is a third teacher that is helping out, and that third person might be helping out with student services, whether that be ELL students or some other type of learning support or student services that might be needed. So there are often other teachers that are in the classrooms and helping out with the teachers. So that's a little bit about the setup of our teachers in the building and some information about the building. Mrs. Barnaby is going to take over from here. If you have any questions, I have our email addresses posted at the end of this presentation. You may drop us an email at any time, give us a call. If there's a certain situation that you want us to be able to walk you through and how to figure out how to handle a situation, please give us a call. We would love to talk to you. We're excited to bring our 4th graders up to 5th grade. And in whatever situation we start the year, we're excited and we will be ready for your children. Thank you.
We would like to take a moment and talk about the fifth grade sample schedule. This is the schedule that you can anticipate your child participating in on a daily basis at Ephrata Intermediate School. Homeroom will begin each morning at 8:45 a.m. During homeroom time, students will have the opportunity to unpack their belongings, organize their books and materials for the school day, touch base with their teachers to ask any questions to help them prepare for their day. Also during homeroom time, students that are choosing to eat breakfast at school may get their breakfast and bring that food back to their homeroom and enjoy eating that while talking with their friends during the allotted time for homeroom. Core instruction will begin at 9 o'clock. During core instruction time, students will attend Core 1, Core 2, and Core 3 classes. Core 1 and Core 2 will be either English Language Arts, ELA, or math, depending on your student's schedule. Core 3 will be social studies or science, again, depending on your student's team schedule. During core instruction time, students will also participate in WIN, that's What I Need time. And during WIN, students take part in activities based on skills that they're focusing on in their content area classes. Mounts time begins each day at 12:50. In Mounts time, band and orchestra and chorus students will head to their classrooms to participate in those areas of concentration. Students that don't participate in band, orchestra, and chorus will get to stay with their team teachers and complete activities and focus on opportunities that their team teachers are providing during that time. Lunch begins daily at 1:25. Fifth graders will head to the cafeteria to get their lunch and enjoy some time talking with their peers. During lunchtime, we also offer an opportunity for students to participate in rec time. During rec, students can play, they can be active, they can socialize with their peers, and really get a lot of energy out and get ready to focus on the content area offered in the afternoon portion of their schedule. At 2:05 each day, students in fifth grade will attend specials. Specials that we offer are related arts classes that we offer at EIS are music, phys ed, art, FCS, tech ed, and computer science courses. Students will have the opportunity to participate in some of these this year during their fifth grade school year. The courses that students do not attend this year will be offered again next year in your child's sixth grade school year. Instructional time would be Core 4, and that will begin at 2:55 each afternoon. Your child's Core 4 class will be either science or social studies, depending on the team schedule. Dismissal each day is at 3:45. Prior to dismissal, students will be able to pack up their belongings and again, touch base with their homeroom teacher to ask any questions as they wind up their school day. At 3:45, students will be able to ride the bus home or walk or be picked up by parent or guardian. Technology is the next topic we'd like to talk to you about. Every student in our building in grades 5 and 6 will receive an iPad. They'll have iPad access every single day at school. iPads are used in all of the classes and throughout the day in our building and can also be taken home with your child at the end of each school day. We do ask students to come to class prepared by bringing their iPad and making sure that it's fully charged so that they're able to use the iPad in any activity that the teacher involves technology. Schoology is the learning management system that we use at Ephrata Intermediate School. It is a great resource that allows teachers to post lessons and activities in classroom folders in the Schoology program. Your child will have the ability to ask teachers questions through Schoology messaging, and teachers may respond through Schoology messaging. As parents, you also have the opportunity to use the Schoology messaging feature to reach out to teachers should you have any questions. PowerSchool is another resource that we use. The PowerSchool app is an app that you can access as parents and guardians to take a look at your students' progress and to see their current grades in each of their classes. It's a great tool to help us stay up to date on where students stand in each of their classes. We wanted to take a moment and talk about cell phones in school. Many of our students do bring their cell phones to school. We would like for students, when they arrive to our building, to power down their cell phone and leave it in their locker for the entire school day. Once school dismisses, students may get that cell phone back out of their lockers and turn it on as they head home for the afternoon. Cell phones should not be out during the day and in the classrooms or in the hallways or any of the common areas inside of our building. Again, they need to stay in your student's locker. Communication is something that is extremely important to us. We strive to ensure that we keep the lines of communication open between home and school throughout the entire school year. We have a variety of means of communication that we use, not only in our school, but our entire school district. The district website is an excellent tool that you can always check out to see latest news and announcements that are important for families and students to see. So that's something that you will want to check out frequently throughout the school year. Email is also a great way to communicate. You can use email to communicate with your child's teachers or with our secretary, Mrs. Setkowski, should you have any questions about school or need to get some information to her. You can also use email to reach out to Dr. Deemer or myself. It's just a great way to ask a question, and we'll certainly respond as soon as we are able to any questions that you send us via email. Twitter is another means of communication that our district uses. Our Twitter feed is at the bottom of our district website and is a really great tool to check out to see pictures, latest announcements, the really neat happenings that are happening district-wide K-12. Many of your students' teachers will use app-based programs to communicate with you as parents and guardians. One of the apps that is frequently used is the Remind Me app. And if your child's teacher uses that app to communicate assignments or announcements with you, your teachers will let you know, make you aware of how that works and what that will look like. Class Dojo is a tool that some of our teachers also use for communication. Dr. Deemer and I will send letters home throughout the school year just to share news with families or to get pertinent information home to you. So these letters will come home with your children, and just keep an eye out in their folders. We'll send information out to you throughout the year. Please remember that teachers are your first line of communication. Should you have questions or concerns or something that you would like to address, please do not hesitate to reach out to your child's teachers. They will certainly return your email as soon as the instructional day is over when they have a moment. Please understand that during the day, their focus is on teaching and supporting your students. So at the end of the day, they typically have the opportunity to respond to emails or any phone calls that you have put out to them. Dr. Deemer and I are also always available should you need to communicate with us as well. There are just a few odds and ends that we would like to share with you as you help your child prepare for 5th grade this coming school year. Clear water bottles are acceptable. If you so choose, you're welcome to send a clear water bottle with your child to school because teachers are comfortable with students taking a break just to get a sip of water throughout their instruction. Students are permitted to chew gum in our building, and snacks are allowed. If you would like to send a snack with your child to school each day, that is absolutely fine. Many times teachers will give students a couple minutes just to have a snack to help hold them over throughout the morning and get them to lunchtime in the afternoon. We will be sending more information to you in August, more information about your child's schedule and their teachers, and please keep an eye out for that, as I'm sure you and your child are excited to get more information and news pertaining their 5th grade school year. Dr. Deemer and I would like to just take a minute to thank you. We are so excited to welcome your child into Everett Intermediate School, and we look forward to having the opportunity to work with you as families this coming school year. We will be sending information out to you soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And until then, should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to either Dr. Deemer or myself at Intermediate School. Thank you very much.